10 less lethal weapons available on Amazon. Think you need gunpowder to stop a threat cold? Think again. What you're about to see will completely change how you look at home defense. These aren't toys. These aren't the pepper spray keychains your mom carries. And yes, you can order these straight to your door right now with zero background check. And by the time we hit number 1, you're going to be looking at something so powerful it's regulated almost like military hardware. We're counting down 10 of the deadliest non-gunpowder tools on the market, starting with something you could have on your porch by tomorrow, and building all the way up to a rifle-class launcher most people have never even heard of. Let's get into it. Number 10. The Cold Steel Trench Hawk. This is a drop-fudged 1055 carbon steel tomahawk, differentially hardened so the edge holds a bite through repeated hard impacts without chipping or rolling over. This exact profile has been ending fights since actual trench warfare over 100 years ago, and it is still carried by military breach teams and search and rescue units today, not as a costume piece, as a working tool that gets used. 19 inches overall, under 30 ounces, light enough to keep bedside without ever feeling like dead weight in your hand at 3 in the morning. The handle is a shock-absorbing polypropylene, and it will not splinter, crack, or loosen the way a wooden handle eventually does after enough hard swings. Here's the part most people scroll right past. That wedge-shaped spike on the back of the head is not decorative. That is a second weapon riding on the exact same tool, at close range in the dark. 2 working ends means an attacker genuinely does not know which side is about to connect, and that half second of hesitation is worth more than people give it credit for. It ships in a CQX sheath that locks the head down safely, so this is not rattling around loose in a bag. And then there's the price. $4 to $5. That is less than a decent flashlight, for a tool that will physically outlast every single other item on this entire list combined. No batteries, no cartridges, no pressure to bleed off, ever. Coming up next, we trade the blade completely for something that puts a threat down before they ever get close enough to swing back at you. Number 9. The Kimber PepperBlaster II. Forget everything you know about pepper spray, because this thing throws that entire mental image out the window. It is shaped like a Derringer-style pistol on purpose, complete with real front and rear sights, because this was built to be aimed like a firearm, not blindly sprayed like a can of bug repellent while you're panicking. The Pepper Blaster fires a 10% all-you-reason capsicum solution using an actual pyrotechnic charge, and that charge sends each blast downrange at roughly 90 miles per hour. Read that again. 90 miles an hour from something the size of your palm. That speed is not a marketing number. One accurate hit is rated to fully disable a grown adult male for up to 4 to 5 minutes, which is more than enough time to get away. You get 2 shots stacked over under, so if that first blast only partially connects, you have an immediate second chance without fumbling for a fresh magazine or a new can. Retail price sits under $40, making it one of the single most accessible tools on this entire list. No range trip, no training course required to carry it effectively. Coming in at number 8, we trade the chemical hit entirely for straight kinetic force, and this next one does not stop after just 2 shots. Number 8, the Steambow AR6 Stinger II. This is a repeating crossbow pistol built around an actual AR-style adjustable buffer tube stock, and it holds 6 short arrows in an internal rotary magazine that you can empty completely in under 5 seconds flat once you've got the cocking motion down. With a standard limb installed, this thing sends arrows out around 180 to 190 feet per second. Here's why this thing is genuinely dangerous in a real defensive scenario. It is completely mechanical from front to back. No CO2 cartridge to run dry at the worst possible moment. No battery to die on you. Nothing that quietly loses charge sitting untouched in a closet. Pick this thing up after an entire year of neglect and it fires exactly the same as the day you put it away. And that kind of dead reliability is worth more than raw power when it actually counts. Picatinny rails on the top and bottom mean you can drop on a red.all weapon light without a single modification. And the fiber optic front sight gives you a fast, bright target picture even better. No optic attached at all. Base kit runs around $300, though most owners end up adding the heavier limb, a red dot, and extra arrows that push the real total closer to $500 by the time it's fully kitted out. What's climbing to number 7 fires 2 rounds in the exact same instant, something no crossbow on the planet can physically replicate. Number 7, the First Strike FSC Compact. They took an already small paintball-style pistol and shrank the grip down another full 20%. And that one single change is what turns it from a range toy into something you could genuinely carry day to day without printing under a jacket. This is a .68 caliber pistol running off 8 or 12 gram CO2 cartridges, and it ships standard with 2 6-round magazines, giving you 12 total rounds ready to go before you ever need to source more ammunition. It cycles rubber balls, have a pepper-filled rounds, or standard paintballs through the same micro-honed barrel used across the entire First Strike competitive lineup. A barrel built for genuine precision, not backyard fun. An ambidextrous safety button keeps it equally usable in either hand under real stress. 12 round across 2 magazines means you are never stuck reloading mid-encounter. Base pricing for the pistol alone lands right around $320. Number 6 takes that exact same caliber concept and doubles the barrel count. Number 6. The Umarex T4E HDS68. Picture the classic side-by-side coach gun silhouette, then completely rebuild the internals as a .68 caliber CO2 powered launcher. That is exactly what the HDS68 is. Both barrels load simultaneously. A top-mounted selector switch lets you fire one barrel individually or both together in a single pull. And the quick-piercing CO2 system means you can store this thing loaded for months with an unpierced cartridge sitting ready. One light tap on the bottom of the grip punctures the cartridge the second you actually need it, and an optical and tactile pressure indicator confirms you're fully charged before you ever touch the trigger. It launches rubber balls, pepper rounds, chalk marking rounds, or standard paintballs at right around 200 feet per second, all through that same .68 platform. Here's the real advantage this design has over almost everything else on this entire list: firing both barrels at once, or in immediate succession. The underbarrel rail accepts a light or laser exactly like the FSE we just covered. Lowest verified pricing on this one sits right around $170, making it one of the single best value entries on this entire list. Everything from this point forward gets meaningfully more serious, starting with a crossbow that abandons a repeating magazine completely in exchange for raw one-shot power. Number 5. The Lancehead F1 Crossbow. This thing threw out roughly 500 years of crossbow engineering in one single move. American inventor John Polanich, a hunter who got sick of snapped strings and limb snagging in dense brush, built a proprietary torsion drive system that replaces traditional limbs entirely with coiled microlimbs housed inside the stock itself. The result is a crossbow that measures under 4 inches wide even fully cocked. That compact engineering does not cost you 1 foot-pound of power. With a standard bolt, the F1 reaches speeds up to 370 feet per second and close to 100 foot-pounds of kinetic energy. At that speed and energy, complete penetration through a barrier, or through game, at 50 yards is entirely realistic. And unlike anything air-powered on this list, there's zero pressure tank to maintain, nothing bleeding off over time. It's purely mechanical, ready the second it's cocked, whether that's 30 seconds from now or 30 days from now. Interchangeable camo swap panels let you change the entire visual profile of the bow in minutes. The honest reality is this comes at a price. A complete package with a Hawk scope and a hard case runs close to $2,000, but you're paying for a total reinvention of how a crossbow works, not just another compound bow with a trigger. What's coming up at number 4 leaves arrows behind completely for a kind of repeating pneumatic power most people have genuinely never seen out of an air rifle in their life. Number 4. The Huben K1. This is, without a shred of exaggeration, one of the most powerful semi-automatic air rifles on the entire market, and it ships straight to your door the exact same way any other air rifle does. The reason it stands apart from almost every other pre-charged pneumatic out there is its patented hammerless action. Instead of a striking hammer smashing into a valve to cycle each shot, the K1 uses a fully mechanical rotary system that eliminates vibration entirely. In .25 caliber, it produces up to 88 foot-pounds of muzzle energy off a 5,000 psi fill, and a 17-round rotary magazine in that caliber, or 19 rounds in .22, cycles semi-automatically, as fast as your finger can physically move on the trigger. No bolt to run, no side lever to cycle between shots, just point and fire again immediately, shot after shot after shot. Shooters running the .22 version regularly report 70 to 80 usable shots on a single fill before needing to top off, which is an enormous amount of capacity packed into a rifle producing this much power per shot. The walnut stock gives it a genuinely premium feel in the hands compared to the polymer builds most PCP rifles ship with, and it looks every bit as serious as it shoots. Lowest verified price on this rifle lands around $1,050. What's waiting at number 3 cycles faster and hits with more coordinated force than anything we've covered so far. Number 3. The Genesis Arms Gen 12 LL. This platform exists to do exactly one thing better than anything else on this list: putting a beanbag round on target as fast as an AR pattern trigger can physically be pulled. It's built from a 6061 aluminum upper, lower, and free-float handguard, running a semi-automatic delayed blowback action tuned specifically around 12-gauge beanbag rounds, fed from a 5-round magazine through a 10.5-inch smoothbore barrel with full AR trigger geometry and ergonomics, meaning anyone who's ever handled an AR-15 can run this thing with zero learning curve. Semi-automatic cycling on a beanbag platform means multiple hits can land in the exact same window of time. It takes a traditional pump-action, less lethal shotgun to manually rack a single second round. The free-float handguard and full-length Picatinny top rail mean optics, lights, and lasers bolt on exactly like they would on any AR build. This build represents just how far semi-automatic, less lethal engineering has actually come, showing exactly where this entire category of tools is heading next. Number 2 stretches that same idea out to 54 meters and puts a projectile downrange before a threat is ever close enough to matter. Number 2, the FN303 MK2. This platform set the entire global standard for point of aim, point of impact, less lethal technology, and every design decision on it reflects that goal. It's shoulder-fired, CO2-driven, launching an 18mm fin-stabilized projectile out of a 15-round drum magazine, semi-automatically, with almost no recoil, no visible muzzle flash, and it is accurate out to 50 meters, which is a genuinely different performance class compared to anything else here. One CO2 tank is rated for roughly 110 shots before you need a swap, and operators can cycle between inert, marking, impact, and irritant projectile types without ever touching the launcher itself. Just swap the drum. 50 meters of standoff distance means the threat can be neutralized well before it ever closes to arm's reach. And that standoff capability is the entire design philosophy this platform was engineered around from the very first prototype. This one represents the top tier of what this whole less lethal category is actually capable of when the engineering budget is essentially unlimited, and it shows in every part of how this thing cycles, aims, and lands rounds downrange. Number 1 leaves the entire less lethal category behind completely and steps into something on a whole different level. Number 1, the B&T GL06. This is a genuine, functioning 40mm grenade launcher, single-shot, break action, built around a rifled barrel specifically engineered for point-of-aim accuracy, and it's fully compatible with the entire family of standard 4x46mm rounds, from kinetic impact and marking projectiles all the way to smoke and training loads. It weighs in at around 4.5 pounds, folds down at the stock for compact storage or transport, and mounts a red dot optic standard straight from the factory rather than as some aftermarket bolt-on. This is a standoff weapon first and foremost, engineered for accuracy and total control at real distance rather than raw destructive power for its own sake, and that precision-first philosophy is exactly why this platform earns the top spot on this entire list. From a $4 to $5 tomahawk you could have on your porch tomorrow, all the way up to a 40mm launcher representing the absolute peak of what non-gunpowder engineering can do. So there you have it, 10 tools that prove you do not need a single grain of gunpowder to be taken seriously. From a $4 to $5 axe all the way to a 40mm launcher, this is what non-lethal and less lethal technology looks like when engineers stop holding back and chase raw performance. Which one of these would you actually want sitting in your own home? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one of them. If this list completely blew your mind, smash that like button and subscribe right now, because we've got more breakdowns exactly like this one coming every single week. Stay safe and stay sharp.